Hello? I could go over here, okay? Or I could go on the couch. I think I'm gonna go on the couch. I have to just be quiet because my window's open. What the fuck is this? It's like a stick. Okay, this is a very important video. Let me shut the window. I like to feel safe, to be honest. And I can't feel that way if... Hang on, I'm gonna make it look really good, don't worry. I can't feel that way if my window's open, dude. Oh my god, not green. Oh my god, I can't see. Where's the other? No. How do you change the... Oh, there. That's a nice color. Does it stay? I think it will stay. Okay, we've got my lovely couch here. Okay, and I am going to talk to you. Okay? I'm tired. Oh my god. So, it's Wednesday. And it's a new moon. It's a new moon in Cancer. I have my hairbrush right over there, so I'm gonna grab it. This thing feels so nice. Oh my god. It's a new moon in Cancer. And I'm a Cancer. And my birthday's coming up. And I think I've talked about this before, but there's something called relapse. And you can call it relapse, combine it with relapse, combine it with burnout, combine it with nervous system crash. Because I think when we make changes in our lives, even when we start to do things daily, it can start to get overwhelming being and showing up like a new person. And it can also start to get overwhelming when you see a lot of growth. And I think people underestimate how much is a lot of growth. Like, for example, gaining 4 pounds, losing 4 pounds, that can be a lot of growth, especially if it's due to consistency and hard work. Okay, that's just one thing. There's all other ways to grow. Getting several opportunities in a business they're growing and starting to see the business bloom. That's a form of growth. And what else besides business? And I mean, there's school, you know, if they have learned or accumulated knowledge and see growth in their expertise. There's a lot of different ways that we can experience growth. And I think I'm not sitting with good posture at all right now. Do you want to see what good posture would look like? It would be like this. This. It's always my neck. I'm sure you can still hear me fine if I sit up. I just don't feel as close to you. Like, I feel detached. I'm over here. I also feel like I can't even see you. Anyway, there's been a lot of growth in my life, and this thing happens to me when I start a new routine and I maybe go very headstrong down it. Usually I start softly when I change things, which I have changed things in my life the past couple weeks. I've been doing the gym differently. I've been interning. Just in the month of June, I've done all of that. Like a completely new split for my workouts. I gained like 4 pounds since June started, which is not like a bad thing for me. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's just overwhelming. And your nervous system sometimes gets overwhelmed because things are changing, and not necessarily that it's bad change. It's often good change even, but it's different, and you have to show up in a different way. And I relapsed yesterday, and that's what I call it. It's like a burnout. So you get burnt out from showing up consistently in this way that is new. And then you crash and you kind of burn out because you're exhausted from being different. And usually it's not the end of the world when it happens. It's actually a normal thing, especially with exercise routines. And it's not necessarily about completely avoiding them. It's about how quickly can you move through them and come back, basically. So that's the main goal. It's like, how quickly can you come back? And coming back to me means coming back to like the routines I've set up for myself to build the life that I want, to build the future that I want, and not fall into self-sabotaging behaviors for an extended period of time that ends up just stunting your growth. Why? Because you're nervous? Yeah. So it's scary to grow. It's scary to become the person you've always wanted to be. It's scary to ask for more, to want more, and to put in the fucking work every day to build more. It's scary. But we're not gonna fall back and sabotage for 3 weeks. I'm probably gonna get back to it tomorrow. So, but today was kind of disastrous. I went to my internship. I weighed an amazing weight when I woke up, like more than I could ever want for how long I've been putting in the work. Usually I'd expect a couple more weeks before I'd gain. And I weigh myself consistently, so like I look at the pattern of weight gain or weight loss, and the fact that I was like almost 5 pounds lighter the beginning of the month. And that's the thing too, is like part of you, when your body changes, your nervous system is like, am I still lovable in a body that's smaller, in a body that's bigger? Am I still safe in a body that's smaller, in a body that's bigger? Right? The nervous system really comes into play, and you have to acknowledge that. But anyways, I've been dealing with a lot of self-doubt. Like, it's my own thoughts of who do I think I am, you know? And my God, this feels so fucking good though. It's a lot of my own thoughts of that, though. Like, who do I think I am, wanting to be happy? And it's not easy. The life I'm building, it's not easy. It's a lot of hard work. But it's not complicated, if that makes sense. It's not like a complicated thing, it's just hard work. And I know what I need to do, and I just need to show up in that way. And today was a day that didn't take me closer to any of my dreams, besides doing the internship. But even I went to the internship today, and I literally did fuck all nothing. I don't even think I did like one thing. I looked at, you know what I did at the internship today? I went into Google Maps and looked at all the places that I've lived in my life. And went down like this nostalgic memory lane. And I also looked at the place that it's weird to talk about him because I don't know exactly how, but his name is it's hard for me to say. I don't know. There's this guy named Nicholas, that I met 5 years ago, and I still think about him. And I only knew him for maybe, I only like met with him like maybe 3 times in 2020, but I just got like so obsessed with him, and I've talked about him before. I don't usually like to say his name because it's kind of embarrassing, but I think about him all the time, and I liked him more than anyone I've ever liked. And on Google Maps today, I looked up the place he used to live when he lived in Portland, Oregon. I didn't just look that up, okay? I looked up the place I grew up when I was like 5 years old. I looked at that house. I looked at my elementary school in Michigan. I looked at the house I lived in when I was in high school. I looked at all sorts of different places. I looked at where I am now, and I tried to look up a place in England that my friend is going to school. But I also looked up this place that Nicholas used to live in Portland, and like the place that I spent a little bit of time with him, even though I only saw him like 3 times. And I'll just like, I don't think it's necessarily healthy, but like, I'll just think about the time that I spent with him when I visited that house where he was renting a room. It was a really shitty situation for him, but like, the experience of spending time with him was just so memorable to me, and everything I did. But it's not like always, like, I spent a lot of time with him, but we would, I'd usually go to where his house was, and then we'd maybe go do something in the few times that we interacted. But I've never liked someone like the way I liked him. And he lives in the city that I'm in now, but I haven't really talked to him for a few years. I haven't talked to him. I wonder if my phone's gonna die. I don't know. I wish I could see, but I can't. I guess I could try. If it stops the video, it stops the video.